Good afternoon. More talks. I will make it brief so that you guys will get to go home soon. So I'm Dr. Seng Hui Ying. I'm from the Econs program. You guys will be seeing me quite soon because I also teach Macroeconomics 1. So I think it's compulsory for all of you. Yeah, definitely compulsory for all of you. So you will be seeing me again next Tuesday for lecture. Okay. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction about the academic structure of ECDS. Oh, first thing first, welcome. Okay, welcome all of you to NTU. I think by now, yeah. Yes, give me some response. I think some of you have joined orientation. You may be quite used to running around in NTU, right? So for those who have not been too familiar with NTU, you will get familiar with NTU soon, right? So I just want to go through very briefly what I'm going to talk to you. Firstly, I'm going to tell you about myself, me as an econs graduate, right? I'm going to tell you how my own experience tell me about what are some of the desirable attributes of econs graduates. But of course, I know that you guys are not here to do econs. You guys are here to do econs and data science. To me, it's a wonderful combination. Right? So I put over here, 1 + 1 is greater than 2. Because econs and data science, they are complementary in nature. Right? So we do see a lot of beauty in combining econs and data science, and I believe that you also see that beauty. That's why you choose this course. And I'm going to tell you about how we are going to plan your learning experience for the next 4 years. Okay, and of course end up with the question and answer. So, my life story when I was your age. Right, so you guys have chosen ECDS in NTU. When I have to choose a course to do, I did economics, but it was with NUS. Not because I didn't choose NTU, because it was not available then. Otherwise, 10-10, I would have chosen NTU. So anyway, I chose econs, right? So why did I choose econs? I did econs in A level. Econs makes sense to me. I love econs, and I'm very good in it. Right? So I chose econs. And after graduating from NTU, I wanted to look for a job as a researcher. Right? I was very introverted last time. Now, less so. Right. Last time, very introverted. Don't like to mingle around, don't like to talk to people. So I looked around and finally I got a research job with Jurong Town Corporation. Not sure you guys know about it. It's a statutory board that manages industrial land and industrial spaces in Singapore. Okay. Cannot stand the feedback anymore. Okay. Hopefully this will be better. So I work in the statistic unit in Jurong Town Corporation. So in my department, we have 2 main roles. One is that we do survey with our industrial customer, right? Because JTC basically prepare industrial land and we build industrial spaces. And the other one, which I was doing, was to make forecasts of demand for industrial land in Singapore. So we need to do a forecast because it takes time to prepare the land. So we need to know in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time, how much land do we need to prepare. So that was my job. So of course, while I was doing the job, I find my forecasting skills not good enough. So I went on to do a part-time master course with NUS. So yeah, it was a master in economics still. And I chose courses like time series, econometrics and stuff, which was very helpful. for my job. And after working in JTC for 3 years, I moved on to my second job. So my second job was with the TV station, MediaCorp. So I was a producer for Money Week. So what's Money Week? It's a Chinese program. It's the Chinese version of Money Mind. Not sure whether you guys watched that. Actually, not sure whether they still have the program, but it's a business and financial current affair program. So when I first started working there, I thought that all my colleagues would be trained in economics and business. Only to realize that was actually not their selection criteria. People who do human resource, people who studied psychology, working in Money Week. But the thing is that because of my training in economics, I was considered as the economic expert in the newsroom. So every time when they receive any press release from any ministry on any data, they will ask me to tell them what are the points to emphasize on. Right. So I worked there for 4 years, and then I came over to NTU to do my PhD. Right. And I stayed on to become a lecturer. So what can we learn from my own experience to search for a job and to build my career? I think there are a few things that I see, I understand, I realize, is that even though when you look at the job markets, there are actually many jobs that require training as economist. The thing is that there are many more other jobs that actually do not require training in any areas. They look for graduates, but they actually do not quite mind which field do you graduate in. But my own experience is that my understanding of how economy works has always been a great asset, whichever job I do. And I will attribute many of my strength, right, to my training in economics. So including, I'm very logical, I'm very analytical, right? I'm very good with numbers, and I'm very confident that my reasoning always makes sense. So of course, what the type of training I receive is the type of training that an econs graduate will receive. And our econs graduates, they will have all these attributes that are very desirable for the workplace, including they know how the economy works. They know economic concepts such as cost and benefits, demand and supply very well. They have quantitative skills, they have analytical skills, and they have good communication skills. But of course, I'm saying this as a graduate who graduated 30 years ago. Times has changed. The world has changed, right? The world has become, the economy has become a lot more complex and a lot more digitalized. And that's why we have this course, which all of you have chosen, where we try to combine econs with data science. This course will ensure that you guys will still have the training as an economist. You will still learn how economy works. You learn how markets work. You learn how financial market works. You know how international trade works, how international finance works. But the thing is that at the same time, we recognize that because the world has changed, the way we collect data, or companies, governments collect data, has changed. You know, the amount of data that we are collecting nowadays is huge, something that is unimaginable, I would say 10, 20 years ago. Because you collect, you have to store, right? So, but there is progress made in all this area whereby right now, because of the large amount of data that is being collected, Data science will provide you guys with the quantitative tool, right, to manage data, analyze data. And this is why I think that the combination that you guys have chosen is a good one. It integrates economics with data science, give you the best of both worlds. So in the next part, I'm going to show you how we have designed the curriculum for ECDS. By now, you may be quite familiar with this, right? Your requirements for graduation. For ECDS, you need to study a total of 140 AUs. AU stand for academic units for graduation. We split it among econs, right? 47 AUs, data science, 55 AUs, ICC courses, I guess you have heard quite a bit about it, 27 AUs, and you have 6 AU for BDE. In comparison to other courses in SSS, actually the number of BDE you guys have is very few. You may find it fairly restrictive later on because this is what we call the free elective, whereby you can use it for any purpose. Right? So you have to watch this part because there are many users for it, but you do not have too many. Right? But the reason why you have very few number of BDE is because you are essentially doing two majors. Right? You are studying economics, you are studying data science. Right? Of course, compared to an econs major, you are studying less economics. Right? Compared to someone who is doing a single major in data science, you will be studying less data science. But your strength lies in that you have multi-disciplines. You have exposure to both disciplines. Under econs, very soon you are going to find all these terms very familiar. You need to do core module, 8 of them altogether, which make up 24 AUs. In NTU, whenever we say something is a core, it means that it is compulsory. Right? So you have MPEs. MPEs stand for Major Prescribed Elective. That means that you will get to choose from a menu of courses. So this will be 15 AUs. You need to do a graduation project. I will talk more about this a little while later. Under data science, the core is 33 AUs. MPE is 22 AUs. You can see that in terms of weightage, data science is slightly higher than econs, right? Particularly because econs still have a graduation project, 8 AUs. But this data science is taught by both the mathematics school and the computer science school. So it's split among two of them. Under the ICC, out of the 27 AUs, actually 10 AUs are for internship. So this internship, I guess, again, something that you guys probably will be quite familiar, and maybe the reason why you like this program is that you are supposed to do 2 internships in these 4 years, compared to only 1 internship of other SSS program. So the whole idea is that because of the type of, because when you learn econs, you learn data science, the best way to make use of it and to learn more is always in the workplace. Right? So that's where internship is important. Let me go through this econs major a little bit. Let me explain it a little bit more. Because you are going to see that you are going to study 8 core modules, which is fairly high weightage compared to everything, all the econs module you need to study. The whole idea is that this is something that is fundamental to our econs program, not just ECDS, but particularly our econs single major program. Is our number 1 objective is that students should have a strong foundation. Right? We want students to have a strong foundation in economics. So when the way we build our core is around the 3 pillars of economics. And these 3 pillars of economics are basically the microeconomics, the macroeconomics, and the econometrics. Those of you who have done economics before in A level will be very familiar with micro and macro. Econometric is basically the use of statistics, right, in economics. And you can see that for all of you, again, including our econ single major, we require you to go through 3 courses each. Right? So when you do micro 1, 2, 3, macro 1, 2, 3. Econometric, you have 2 courses. This is to ensure that you guys have a strong foundation in economics. I just mentioned you guys will be seeing me next Tuesday. I will be teaching, I'm your instructor for macroeconomics. We have Prof. He over here. He will be your instructor for microeconomics 1. Right? So you'll be, but for microeconomics 1, there are 2 profs taking the module. So Prof. He will be doing the second part. And Jonathan Tan will be the other one. Which one you are teaching econometric 1? Oh, 303. Prof. Wang will be teaching 3003. But that means that you won't see him until next year. So after you complete your core, actually you will have a good idea of what is economics. Of course, you guys are going to tell me that some of you already have good ideas of what economics. No, we will make sure that it will be even better. Okay, the way we teach is quite different from the way A-level teach economics. Okay, we emphasize a lot more on intuition. Right? We emphasize a lot more on model building. So after you finish your core module, you are expected to do 4 more economic module, actually very few in numbers. You will choose 1 from a level 3 courses and 3 for level 4 courses. So within our economics program, again, this is just to give you an idea. All our level 3 courses, those that start with number 3, are what we call the field courses. So economics has many, many fields. Right? If you were to continue on to specialize in economics, you will specialize in one of the many fields. Right? So, but at the undergraduate level, what we are giving you is just an introduction, a favor of what you can learn, including, for example, health economics, financial economics, public economics, and so on and so forth. Our level 4 courses are what we call the applied courses. All these tends to be more quantitative in nature, with a lot of practical hands-on work. Again, because of the nature of your course, you can see that we put more emphasis on the applied courses. So applied courses will include many of the econometric courses, include, for example, time series, includes things like machine learning. Yeah, so all these are the applied courses. You are then to do a graduation project. These are applicable to students with CGPA of 3.9 and above. We are looking at students who are going to get distinction and higher distinction. Let me make sure I get the terms correct. Okay, honors with highest distinction and honors with distinction. Yeah, I got it correct. It's the equivalent of second upper and first class, right? So if you are according to your academic performance, you are going to get honors with distinction or higher distinction, then you have to do a graduation project. If your CGPA is low, which I'm very sure none of you are going to be in the case, then you will not be allowed to do the graduation project. Right? So graduation project, you will have more information given to you when the time is nearer, because now you are still very young. But just some brief information. It's a group project, 2 to 3 members in one group. This graduation project will have joint supervision by 1 professor from the econs program and 1 professor either from the computer science or the SPMS program. So either the computer science or the maths program. So it will be a joint supervision. Some students, they go for their internship, and after the internship, the company will persuade them to do the graduation project with them. So we do allow that. So you can, if you have a self-sourced industry project, you can do that as your graduation project. Okay, of course, subject to approval. For those students who are not eligible to read the graduation project, they will have to read another 2 more modules from the level 4 courses from Econs to earn that additional AU. All right, I hope I'm clear so far. Okay, data science. Data science major requirement, 10 core courses. I'm not going to go through them, just going to show it to you. But you can see that those in red are the mathematics courses, and those in blue are the computer science courses. So these are the core courses, which that means that in the viewpoint of our colleagues from the maths and the computer science schools, these are what will form your foundation knowledge. And you then need to read 22 more AUs of MPEs. There is a long list. Again, I'm not going to show it to you. Right? If you go to your ECDS website, you should be able to see the list. Right? You can choose from them. There are courses from the mathematics department. There are courses from the mathematics programs, and then there are courses from the computer science program. You choose whatever is of interest to you. Again, it will come later. It's not something you need to choose now. Let me say a little bit about internships. Students sometimes get quite concerned or excited, either or, about internship. You are required to do 2 summer internships. Summer means during the May to August period, the school holiday. So when you do go for your internship, you can choose either something that is econs in job scope or data science in job scope. So you have some flexibility over there. So if you want to do data science, you can have both in data science. You can have both in econs. You can have one in econs and one in data science. The choice is yours. For each of these summer internship, you will earn 5 AU. So for the 2, you will earn 10 AUs. There is also the possibility of doing a summer internship, right? Semester internship, semester-long internship. Semester internship means that you actually do it during the actual semester when you are supposed to be studying. Like for example, starting August, ending in November, or starting in January, ending in April or May period. So it's much longer, right? So summer internship is shorter. Semester internship is much longer. This is actually something that we have allowed students to do only fairly recently, partly in response to the demand from companies, because companies has feedback to us that summer internship tends to be too short. So by the time they train the students do not have much time to contribute back to the company. So a semester-long internship they spend over 3 months are better, right? Students may actually find it more beneficial too, because you stay longer in a firm, right? So for this semester internship, there are local internship, there is overseas internship. You can also choose to do the Overseas Enterprise Program, OEP. So OEP is basically internship position in technology startup that are based overseas. Right, so this is also a possibility. For students doing the internship, the semester-long internship, you actually earn 12 AU, of which 10 come from the ICC. The other 2 will have to come from your BDE. So you will eat up 2 of your AU from the BDE. All right. So I'm going to just show you the study plan. So this is a suggested study plan for the ECDS student. And you can see quite clearly how your academic life will be like in the next 4 years. Right. So a few things to note over here. You can see that, okay, this is year 1, year 1, SEM 1, year 1, SEM 2, year 2, SEM 1, year 2, SEM 2. There is a special term. Special term is basically your summer break. right? So in NTU, Sem 1 always start in August, and somewhere in November, December. You have a short break, and then you will come back for Sem 2, which starts somewhere in January, and somewhere in April, May period, and then you will have a much longer holiday, which is what we put it as special term over here, right? So you can see that for every semester, you read about 6 courses, 6, 7 courses, sometimes less, sometimes more. And every semester you clear about 18 to 19 AUs, right? I would say the workload is manageable, even though it is slightly heavier than those students who do a single major, but it's still a manageable workload. 18 AUs means 18 hours of contact time in a week, right? So not so bad lah. If you can pack your timetable such that every day you do 6 hours, and you can come to school only 3 days a week. But can hope lah. No. But when let me just say a little bit, I'm not sure whether you have been told about it. When we say 3 hours of contact time, 3 AUs, it means that 3 hours face-to-face with your prof. And then on top of that, we do expect you to have an equivalent number of hours for revision. Right, so 3 hours of lesson, 3 hours of revision. Not so bad still, right? If you can pack 6 hours a day, you come to class 3 days a week, spend the next 3 days studying, you will still have Sunday free. Okay, anyway, not so dire. Can study a bit faster. The next thing I just want you to know is that I color-coded all these courses. So if it's red color, it's Econs core modules. Pink color is Econs MPE. Dark blue color is Data Science core module. Light blue color is Data Science MPE. And then the orange color is the ICC. What you can see next is that in the first year, essentially you do not have much flexibility or choices in what you study and how you study, because it's being filled up with core module, right? So for you guys, year 1, Sem 1, you will be doing 2 Econs core, 2 Data Science core, and 2 ICC module. One on ethics and one on healthy living. Year 1, Sem 2, you will be doing 2 Econs core, 2 Data Science core. You know, next door is Econs. That means that he has finished. Okay, I will talk a bit faster. And 3 modules on ICC, which includes Data Science and AI, a communication course, and one on digital world. Year 2, Sem 2, you will have 3 Econs core, 2 Data Science core, and 1 ICC course. And then in year 2, Sem 2 is the first time that you get to choose Econs MPE. Right? And then over here, I put in 2 summer internship. So the first time you do an internship will be at the end of the year 2, and the next time will be at the end of the year 3. You will see that from year 3 onwards, you will have a lot more flexibility in doing what you want to do, right? So of course, over here, I put down, for example, year 3, Sem 1, you do 2 Data Science core, 2 Data Science MPE, and 1 Econs MPE. But the thing is that actually it's up to you. You could choose to do 3 Data Science MPE, right? You can choose to do 3 Econs MPE. Right? It's up to you. So this is just suggested. So the earlier years tend to be a lot more restrictive, but later on you actually have a lot more flexibility in deciding what you want to do. By year 4, Sem 1 and Sem 2, you will be doing your graduation project. Right? Another thing you may want to take notes in this study plan is that all these ICC courses, with the exception of internship, actually you will finish it by year 2. So you will have no more of all these ICC courses in the next 2 years. Right. Any question on this? Just want to show you one more slide. This is a case whereby I try to put in a semester internship. So you note over here is that now during the special terms, you are not doing any more internship. Instead, you can choose to go for your internship either in the SEM 1 or SEM 2 of year 3, the semester long internship. So over here, I put it as year 3 SEM 2. Right. So over here, I put down to BDE, but actually, just to put it out there, you are not allowed to be reading any courses while you do internship. So the only type of courses that you can do is what we call the MOOC, M-O-O-C. You guys may have heard about it, that massive open online courses. Massive. I don't know. There's one open. All right, the MOOC courses. So these MOOC courses are actually courses that's offered by other universities that is available online that you guys can read and use BDE to clear. So when you are doing internship, one possibility is that you may want to clear your MOOC, right? But having said that, for you guys, BDE actually very precious. So think carefully before you decide how to use it. Some of you are very keen to do research and you want to do a Eureka research. That also use BDE, right? Some of you want to do exchange, right? When you go overseas for exchange, you sometimes want to read the fun subject. You don't want to read the hard subject. Like for example, I have students going to Korea, and then they actually have a subject called K-pop. There is no way you can match with any courses in NTU, but if you want to read it, you have to read it using your BDE. Right, so BDE quite precious, so you decide, you have to be quite careful how you want to use it. But in this example, basically, you can see that I can actually move it around, your courses around to fit in a semester long. You can, of course, use one of the semester to go for exchange, right? You can also go for exchange during the summer, the shorter one, right? So again, exchange, I think you guys again must have heard a lot about exchange again. You can either go for a semester long exchange, right? Or you can go during the special term. Right? Special term, you clear less module, I think about 2 modules or so, but you stay shorter. So instead of a 12, 13 weeks exchange, you stay for about 6 weeks. Right? So and then if you do that, then your special term, you can use it to go for exchange. All right. What I want to say is that because of the demand of your course, again, let me emphasize, you are essentially majoring in 2, data science and econs. So because of that, you do have a lot more core requirements, right? So, but the thing is that with careful planning, you still can fit in your internship, even a semester internship. You can always still fit in your exchange, right, for the next 4 years. All right? Any question on anything? No? Okay, I think it's time for you guys to give me applause so that the next door will know that I have completed my talk. All right, if there's no more question, if you guys have no question, you can meet your mentor. Your mentors are here to meet you. If you do have any other questions, you can always email me. I'm Dr. Seng. You can just search out my name, and then you can just send me an email. Which one? But that one not very useful though. I can put it out. But let me see.